It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
You're watching the Eagle Community Television Forum. I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman this week. The forum brought to you by HMC. And today our guest is Lonny Claycamp. And today we want to talk about Relay for Life. And Lonny, Relay for Life is very important. It's been around Hayes for quite a few years. In fact, known nationally too. But it's always kind of a fun weekend. So it's a hot weekend a lot of times too. But people get out and they participate in the event. Now it's changed over the years, hasn't it?
Well, it has. We've been in the Hayes, Ellis County area for 19 years now, and it's always been the first week of June. And so, yeah, we never know if it's going to be real hot or if we're going to end up, cool, weather, and we run into harvest, that sort of thing. So.
Well, I remember, I think there was a first year they did it, and I think it was at Lewis Field the very first year, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had it down there. That was before my time, excuse me, with it, and we have been at the Hayes Middle School track for quite a few years now.
Oh, yeah. It was out there for a long time. I remember people putting up the candles and the bags all over and doing the presentations that they did, and so many people that were involved in that too. A lot of local groups involved in it, helping raise money for Relay for Life.
Yeah, that's the luminaries are the big part of it. We sell the luminaries in memory of someone that you've lost to cancer or in honor of someone, a survivor. And it's just a beautiful sight. You get, after dark, and we light them all up around the track, and don't need lights anymore because there's so many of them. We normally sell like 2,000 luminaries, and so it does a fantastic job.
I remember in those days where people would walk the track and the music's playing, and everybody was having a good time and doing it for a great cause.
Yeah, it does. We raise a lot of money to help the American Cancer Society in the research and find that cure for cancer.
Now, what year did you change it? I know that for a long time, as I said, it was at Lewis Field for 1 year. Then I think it was at Hayes Middle School or Felton at the time for quite a few years. And a few years ago, you changed it, didn't you?
Well, it's always been at the Hayes Middle School. Now,
but you changed the format, right?
Yeah, we were going 24 hours. We would start, and go through the whole, all night long, and then we backed it off to about 12 hours, and then now we have actually the last 3 years now, we have gone to a 6-hour format, and last year we started at 6 and ended at midnight. And this year we're really in for a big change because we are starting at 3 o'clock. We moved it from the middle school out to the mall in their southeast parking lot, and and it's October the 18th. So we've gone from the first part of June to October. So, in Kansas weather, we will see what happens on October 18th. Normally it doesn't snow that early, but we'll find out.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the heat though, at least, right? Well, you never know, I guess, what you might get.
But our hours, with it getting darker in in October, we're going to start at 3 o'clock, and that's a Saturday, so it shouldn't interfere with people's work schedules and things. We'll start at 3 and end at 10. So it'll be an interesting change for us.
Well, let's talk about it. Somebody that may have never been there before, what can they experience, or what will people see when they come out to this Relay for Life event?
Well, the first, we will start off, we're going to have, a carnival atmosphere. There's going to be games and face painting and things for the kids to do. And then we're going to set up our own track. APAC is bringing us out some of their great big orange cones. We're going to string ribbon around there and have our own little track going through there. And then, like I said, we'll have the games for everyone to do. We're going to have singers. We've got a DJ. We've got a band coming out. There's just going to be all sorts of activity. And there's a dance team coming out too. And it's going to be a pretty interesting evening.
So it's open to anybody that wants to come out to the event and watch the event. And again, it starts at 3 o'clock, and people can come and go as they please, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We try to get people to form teams, and we've got 13 teams now, consisting of about 100 participants, and we've got a goal set of $70,000. and hopefully, you know, between the teams and people coming out making donations and things, we have achieved that 70,000 the last 2 years, and hopefully we can do it again this year.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the second half of the show here, I want to go through some of those details, what your goals are and what you expect, and then maybe your personal experience here with the Relay for Life too, and we'll get into all that here in the second half of the show. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. Lonny Claycamp is our guest again. It is the forum. We're out here at the Dillon's location. This forum today being brought to you by HMC. I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman. Again, this is the forum. Thanks for being here with us.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, quality TV channels, all with the level of customer service you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
You're watching the Eagle Community Television Forum. I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman. This week, the forum brought to you by Hayes Med. By the way, if you've got any suggestions for the show, Gary would love to hear from you. It's gary.shorman@eaglecom.net. Again, gary.shorman@eaglecom.net. You can also see us on Facebook, the ECTV Forum. My guest today is Lonny Claycamp, and we're talking today about Relay for Life. And Lonny, I think in the first part of the show, we talked about how the Relay for Life was back in June for a long time, and it was so hot out there. But now you've moved it to October, a little bit different time of the year. Around Hayes, you never know what you're going to get in October, right?
Absolutely. We've had ice storms and snow, but we're counting on that not happening this year. You know,
I guess as an insurance agent, you would know that, wouldn't you? Yeah. What we get. What I wanted to talk to you about more in this second half of the show is Relay for Life and the goals that you have coming up. But I wanted to go to make it maybe a personal note and talk to you a little bit about Relay for Life. Now, how long have you personally been involved with Relay for Life?
Well, I thought about that the other day. I think it's somewhere around 10, 12 years that I've been involved with it, and insurance planning has had a team, you know, for a lot of years, and I've been part of that, you know, because cancer affects so many different people. I mean, it doesn't discriminate, you know, and so I'm trying to help raise money, to help the American Cancer Society. And then back in 2008, I was diagnosed with myeloma, the bone marrow cancer myself, and so I kind of took a personal interest there and really got involved, and I've chaired the thing for the last 3 years, co-chairing it this year with Diana Staley from out at the Cancer Center. And so we just that's just personal experience of going through all the treatments and everything, and it's not a pleasant experience, and I'd love to find the cure or help American Cancer Society find the cure and get cancer out of people's lives.
I think everybody out there watching, anybody knows somebody that has cancer or a family member that has cancer, and it affects so many people, and it would be nice to find a cure for that and kind of, conquer it.
Yeah, there's so many things that have, the research has so many cancers that are very, very treatable and curable now, and we just need to continue on that same trek and get it accomplished.
Well, that's what I wanted to see. Now that you've experienced cancer yourself, you probably get a chance to maybe read more and maybe, find out a little bit more about cancer. And you've probably seen that. You've probably seen some of the great things that we found, through research because of what Relay for Life has done, American Cancer Society have done. And there's probably been a lot of things you've seen change just in the few years since you were diagnosed with it.
Oh, absolutely. 25 years ago with the myeloma, it was not a pleasant result, but now with all the research they've done, the different chemos and treatments that can be used, it's just totally changed that playing field. And in just the last since '08, I've just seen so many advances and things. It's just fantastic.
And you've probably seen a lot of people with your experience with cancer and then also experience with Relay for Life, some people that have gone through it, and you've talked to family members and they've shared their stories about how it's changed their lives too. Just having Relay for Life and having people be aware of it.
Yeah. That's what's so nice with the Relay for Life, that we start the first round, the first walk is with the survivors and their caregivers. And each of those survivors step up to the mic before they start walking and say how many years that they've been a survivor. And it's nothing anymore to hear 15, 20, 30 years that they've been a survivor, and it's all due to the money we raise to help the American Cancer Society find the treatments that are working for people and keeping them with us.
Now, what is the amount? What's the goal again, you said, for this year?
We have a goal of $70,000.
Okay, and that's for Ellis County Relay for Life?
Yes. Yep.
And then once you reach that, I mean, you ask for people to help by getting teams together. How do people find teams, or how does somebody out there watching put together a team?
Yeah, it's the teams can be formed in many different ways. We have some that are like our insurance planning team. It's all insurance planning employees, but we have a lot of teams where it's just people that get together, that someone in their family has had a bout with cancer, or they've lost them to cancer or something, and so they form a team. And it doesn't have to be a big team. It can be 2 or 3 people or 10 people, and you just get together and go around and ask for donations, or sell luminaries. And the luminaries are a candle basically that we put around the track that they sell for $10 a piece, and you can put do one in memory of someone that you've lost to cancer, or in honor of a survivor. And it says on the bag that person's name, and if you want your name on there, that you were the one that purchased that in their honor, we can do that. And so when we get 2,000 of those luminaries around the track, it lights it up, just like a street light would. It's just beautiful.
So if somebody wants to get involved, they want to have a team, how do they go about it? Do you have a website or a Facebook page? We
do have a website, and it's www.relayforlife.org/Ellis COKS.
Very good.
And I'm not so much into the Facebook, but we do have Facebook too, so you can friend us on there, or you can call me on my cell phone and I can get people connected up that way, and that's 785-635-0772.
Well, I guess if you've got a team at Insurance Planning and you work at Insurance Planning, I guess they could drop by out there as well.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for coming in and talking about your story and talking about the Relay for Life that's going to be in Hayes. And again, the date is?
October the 18th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Starting at the south side of the mall, right?
Exactly.
Very good. Thanks very much, and hope you guys have a successful year.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
Very good. Lonny Claycamp is our guest today on the forum. Again, it's being brought to you by Hayes Med. And again, I'm Mike Kerner in for Gary Shorman this week. Thanks for joining us here on the forum.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today, or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.